Okay, so quick update on the Jeep. I did a bunch of stuff to it, plus I can confirm that the four-wheel drive works. Okay, so this is the old carburetor. It's kind of crazy windy today, so hopefully I don't have to re-record this audio. So I just got the carburetor off and made a new gasket. It didn't come with a new gasket. And the new one is on. And all the linkages are connected. Fuel line's hooked up, although I got a little issue with the fuel line. I noticed that there's a little rub mark on the top of the fuel line, and then there's a little rub mark on the hood, so I got to fix that. I'm not sure why it's set up that way in the first place, but choke wire I had to relocate because it went over here on the original, and it's this direction, 90 degrees from the throttle, where it was parallel to the throttle before. It does seem to work. Everything sits nice. I haven't tightened that up yet. Still getting it buttoned up, but it runs really good with it. I hope that's out of gear. Runs real good with the new carburetor. So that's not all I've been up to today. So, grounding. Wiring on this thing has been an issue. So the blinkers didn't work, the windshield wipers didn't work, the tail lights didn't work, the brake lights didn't work. What else did? The parking lights still don't work in the front, but they do work in the back now. And the horn didn't work. So one thing I did, of course, I already showed a video on doing the wiring harness for the headlights. But I also added grounds everywhere. So I had already added the ground from the battery to the back of the alternator. So then I took from the back of the alternator to the firewall. And then I took from the firewall to the block. And then I took from the firewall point all the way to the back with that wire that goes to the back and is actually attached to one of the bolts that mount the tail light. And then all of a sudden all my lights back here started working, except for these guys. I've got voltage back here, but the socket even has voltage, but I can't get the lights to light. So I ordered new fixtures, new lights that look just like this. The bolts are the same distance apart, so it should be able to mount right there, no problem. And that should take care of the blinkers on the back. The blinkers on the front do work. High and low beams work. Got my bulb replaced. Got these bulbs replaced, although I wasn't able to find the orange ones the first time. I went back into town today and got the orange ones. I can replace those at some point, but obviously not the first thing on the list. But the horn works now with all the grounds done. The windshield wipers, these cool wipers actually work. The horn works, and tail lights work. But the main thing was that carburetor. So the next thing I have to do today is to get the knuckle grease into the knuckles. That I have looked up online. There seems to be as many opinions as there are posts on it. And what it came down to was this stuff. So this is what the guy at the auto parts place suggested I put in those. And we're going to try it and see if it works. So that's next. All right, there's our fill hole on our steering knuckle here. And I got my stuff here with the pump fitted to it, and it does seem like it's going to pump it, but it's not going to be real happy about it. So we're going to stick this in to the hole. see if we can pump in this thick goop. It's going. Pump's pumping it. And then I got the left side done. It was a little tough going, as I think I was getting hung up on some of the old grease that was still left over in the knuckles. Okay, so I got grease into both of the steering knuckles. Well, gear lube, I guess. Hub lube. And I also took the fuel line away from the hood a little bit. I bent it away, rotated the fitting a little bit, ran it for a while, make sure I didn't create a leak, and it seems to be fine. So that's good. I also added a mirror, side view mirror, which I did not have before. And the rear view mirror doesn't really show you much because the top kind of covers most of its view. So we're in pretty good shape here. I think she's actually probably roadworthy at the moment. I got headlights, I got tail lights, I got brake lights, I got blinkers in the front, but not in the back yet. But nobody in Taos uses their blinkers anyway. So brake lights and tail lights in the back are probably enough. Don't have a license plate light, but there really isn't any way to get one. This is a sort of an add-on bumper. If I wanted to get rid of it, the existing bumper, the original bumper, is still down there. So I could take this off and have the original bumper, but probably won't. So I think I'm going to take it out for a ride and see how she goes. She runs nice. Not a lot of power. I think these things had 75 horsepower from the factory, so I'm sure a few of those have left the stable. But nice new carburetor, no fuel flying all over the inside of the engine compartment. Pretty decent throttle response. Very, very bouncy ride. I'm gonna have to do something about the ride. It's got a 2-inch spring lift, and they're very stiff. I think I need to take them out and do something different, but that's gonna be a little bit down the road. But yeah, she's in pretty good shape here now, I think. Look out, Molly dog. Move.